Welcome, everyone. This presentation aims to equip learners for the upcoming ability test with a focus on the subject of classification. Our discussion today will explore the essence of classification, complemented by engaging examples of classification questions. We will be utilizing a workbook available at learninghubdigitallibrary.com, and this workbook is accessible for a nominal fee of only $1 per week. So we're going to log right into the Learning Hub Digital Library, and we are accessing our workbook, and it's the Ability Test version 2. All right, that's the workbook that we're using, guys. Ability Test, Volume 2, rather. And you will notice that this workbook, it covers most of the areas that you'll be tested on in the ability test exam. So notice you have classification, analogies, reading, we're looking at inferences, logical deductions, text completion, sequence, essential part, artificial language, patterning, representing quantities, comparing quantities, data analysis, approximation, and problem solving. So these are your verbal reasoning and your quantitative reasoning. We're going to go right into classification. And first question you want to ask is, what is classification? And you see the definition on the screen. It says a classification is a grouping of objects based on similarities or a set of rules. So you want to look at this example. Which does not belong in the group? You have eyes, ears, nose, lungs. So you're going to look at all four options, and you're going to see the ones that are similar, and the one that does not belong is the one that does not share the similarity. So eyes, ears, nose, lungs. And it says, how are these things similar? The eyes, that's your sense organs. The ears, that's sense organs again. The nose is a sense organ, and the lungs, that's not a sense organ. So the lungs would be the odd one out. Okay. So for this particular example, you notice you have 3 sense organs and you have 1 which is not a sense organ. All right, so we move on to our exercise. It says, select the animal that does not belong to the group. You have camels, wildcats, donkeys, coyotes. Now, you're looking for the similarity. What's the similarity between camels, wildcats, donkeys, coyotes? Can you find it? All right, let me help you out. If you look at camels, wildcats, and coyotes, you'll notice that these are animals that can survive in the desert. Now, you're at grade 6, and you would have revised desert animals. So this particular question, it's great for ability tests, but it's also great for grade 6 social studies. All right. The next one, as a matter of fact, grade 6 science. The next question says, select the item that does not belong to the group. Refrigerator, microwave, oven, toaster. All right. So if you look at microwave, oven, and toaster, you will notice something. Those are small appliances. So
Correct.
the refrigerator, that's a large appliance, that would be the odd one out. And notice, guys, this book is very interactive. So in the example above, the answer was donkeys, because camels, wildcats, and coyotes, those are all animals that can survive in the.
Correct.
So notice that when I click on donkeys, the book would mark it correct. It says, question 3, select the word that does not belong to the group. Happy, glad, merry, glum. All right, so if you look at happy, glad and merry, they're all synonyms. They mean the same thing. The odd one out would be glum. That's the opposite. Question 4. Select the water body that does not belong to the group. You have swamps, ocean, lakes, rivers. All right, so if you look at this carefully, you'll notice that swamps, lakes, rivers, those are all freshwater bodies. Ocean happens to be the odd one out, that's salt water. All right, so guys, what you want to do is to look at the options, see if you can figure out the similarity. 3 will have something similar, and the one that does not, then that would be the odd one out. Look at question 5. It says, select the environment that does not belong to the group. Now, this is a little bit more challenging. You have aquatic, ocean, grassland, savanna, forest, tropical rainforest, tundra, temperate rainforest. Okay, guys, an aquatic environment. The ocean is an aquatic environment, so this matches. Grassland, savanna, yes, savanna is a grassland. Tropical rainforest, that's a type of forest. So the one that is out is temperate rainforest for tundra. So a temperate rainforest is not an example for tundra biome. So this is the answer.
Correct.
All right, and we're going to stop at question number 6. It says all of the activities in the box have one thing in common. And let's look at the things that are in the box. The use of curry in Jamaican culinary culture. Marijuana use for spiritual and medicinal purposes. Intricately wrought gold jewelry. The Ital diet. Introduction of social practices like arranged marriages. Cuisine includes roti, mango chutney, wheat, flour, and eggplant. All right, so all of the activities in the box have one thing in common. Okay. All right. When I look at all of these things, these are things that were brought here by the East Indians. So if I am going to look at the question says, which of the following activities could be included in the box? And you have 4 activities here. It must be something that was introduced to Jamaica by the East Indians. All right. So I'm going to jump to B. Stir fry, deep fry. We know that the Chinese brought sweet and sour and stir fry here. Games of chance, such as wee wee, that's the Chinese again. Opening of grocery stores and wholesales everywhere across the island, that's the Chinese. If you jump up to A now, introduction of new plants and trees and their products, including betel leaves, betel nuts, coolie plum, mango, jackfruit, and tamarind. Those are items that the East Indians introduced to Jamaica. So this
Correct.
will be your answer. Now, guys, if you want to gain access to this workbook, it is PEP Practice for Grades 4, 5, and 6 students, Volume 2. And this book, you can get it on learninghubdigitallibrary.com. That is learninghubdigitallibrary.com. I'm just going to go to the digital library so you can actually see the URL. And remember, you can gain access to this particular workbook at only $1 per week. So the URL again, everyone, is learninghubdigitallibrary.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to seeing you again in another video. Goodbye.